I'm in physics for 40 years, and in the first years of my research, when I was working, I was carrying out some experiments, very precise experiments. At a certain point, I asked myself, who is measuring? Who is doing this measurement? Who is the observer? Who is observer in this process of measurement? And this was one of the biggest shocks of my life because I did not know who is the observer. Observer plays a crucial role in physics. Without observer, there is no physics. And so I dedicate many years of my research. Who is the observer? So this was a part of my research on consciousness, and I have to say that there is the same entity that is looking through every human eyes. Yeah, let's say that we are observing this clock here. Okay, so the light of the clock, the light that is reflecting from the clock enters in the eyes, is transformed into electromagnetic signal. Then it goes in the center of the sight and is elaborated there. The mind is entering into the play, and we are experiencing this clock in the frame of our mindset. And then is the experience. So everybody is observing this clock. When the light is coming in the eyes, there's the same information there, but the experience is different because human mind is coloring perception, and then we have experience. In physics, this perception should not be colored. The less we color it, the more clear is the picture. That's why I developed biactive research methodology, where every element in the model must have correspondent element in physical reality. Otherwise, we do not know what we are talking about. And this is the weak point of Einstein's relativity. He introduced many mathematical elements to explain relativity which have no physical existence. This is where theory of relativity should be developed, and I did some of this work. So in every human being, in every physicist, in every scientist, the entity that is observing is the same. And this entity is consciousness itself. Consciousness is not situated in the brain. Consciousness is primordial space of the universe. Consciousness is the fundamental reality in which everything exists. Or maybe with other words, more technical, that consciousness is the the basic frequency of superfluid quantum space. This is the Planck frequency. This is consciousness. And the observation, the act of observation, is done by consciousness. So there is no observer as such. Observer is only the function of consciousness, which is the same entity in every human being. And here there is an immense potential of physics to bring more peace, more harmony, more understanding between different religions, different cultures. What we see today in Israel and Palestine is a tragedy. This is a tragedy that people are killing each other because some of them are Jews and other are Muslims. Deep down, all humans, we are deep down, we are the same entity. So human being has three components. One component is physical component, other component is psychological component, and the third component is consciousness. So we have different bodies, we have different minds, different psychological mindset, but what is the same is consciousness. And this is where physics can help immensely to bring more harmony, more peace, and more understanding on this planet. So I'm writing a book that will be published this year in Italy. It will be published in Slovenia. We will also have an English version of this book, A Beautiful Physics of Awakened Observer. Once the observer is awakened in the physicist, he can step out of the box. He can step out of the existent paradigm, and he can see clearly how we can develop physics into a more beautiful, more effective science. The first step is that observer is stepping out of his psychological time. This is the first step. And the second step is that a physicist, as the observer, as the awakened observer, is stepping out of his mindset. Yeah. Then he can see that actually physics is a set of ideas which are put together, and that we can change, we can improve this only if we are free of any conditioning. But today physicists are conditioned. Physics, certain branches of physics are like a religion. Penrose singularity is religion. If you say something against, you are out of the church. This is because scientists are identified with their mindset. A real scientist should not be identified with his mindset, because he is using his mind as a tool to improve physics. And once you you go deeper into the core of your being, once you discover consciousness, once you know who is the origin of the observer, then you cannot be Christian anymore. You cannot be Buddhist. You cannot be Jewish. You cannot be whatever. You cannot belong to any religion anymore. And this is Albert Einstein's vision of cosmic religiousness. cosmic religiousness is something that science can give to humanity, and cosmic religiousness is the source of peace, of harmony, of brotherhood on this planet. Uh, so I wish everybody happy 24, and let's pray that this horror will stop as soon as possible.